So when faced with a situation like this, what can you, the consumer, do? Do you have to take this callousness lying down? For a perspective on that, we are joined now by Mr. Sriram Khanna. He's the managing editor of Consumer Voice. Mr. Khanna, the entire situation that report that we played out from Bara Hindu Rao Hospital, that situation, if it weren't so tragic, would almost be comic. The doctor accepting that the patient is in an emergency situation, yet not willing to give him any treatment, telling him to go to the next hospital without even an ambulance.
Well, what we have seen here is really very disturbing, but it's a fact that this is an everyday matter with government hospitals in Delhi. These are not just three solitary instances that you have put on the camera, but these things happen day in and day out. And the main reason why this happens is, in spite of having the real estate, the machinery, the equipment, the doctors and the paramedical staff who are paid government salaries on very high 6-pay commission scales, this happens. And the only reason is...
If I were to encounter a doctor like that in a situation like this, can I drag him to court for negligence?
I'm afraid you can't, because that is not negligence. You can tell him that he has behaved negligently, but to prove negligence, you will have to bring in a lot of evidence which might not be coming.
Is the Supreme Court order which says no hospital can refuse emergency treatment?
Yes. But what is the consequence of violation of that order? You will have to sue the hospital, and then you have to sue. It will take years before the judgment comes. And in that, only one person who goes to court will be benefited. And that is after...
What option does the consumer have if this is the kind of treatment you're making?
I think the options do not lie in the courts. The courts can, give orders for individual cases, but they can't order that managements of hospitals will improve and quality will improve. That has to be done by executive action. And in this case, we have seen the responsibility for this rests in the boards of these hospitals, and the boards are managed by the central government and the Delhi government. So, where is the solution? The management models of these government hospitals have failed. This is what these reports show, and this is what we know from personal knowledge. And okay, let's go to another hospital like the Fortis or the Escorts or the private hospitals and the Apollo and see whether this happens there. It does not happen there. Why doesn't happen there? The only reason it doesn't happen there, because they are better managed. They are professionally managed. And the government hospitals are not professionally managed. On top of that, they are overburdened with a large patient-doctor ratio. Therefore, the solution is in better management. So I would say that the central government and the state governments need to look at the public-private partnership model, in which government hospitals, management, staff, equipment, buildings are handed over to private managements to run them as private hospitals, and the customers who come are not charged, but the government pays these managements on the same basis as they pay private hospitals. Today, what is happening? Because of this situation, bulk of the government servants under their health benefits are going to private hospitals, and private hospitals are charging these government employees CGHS rates, and they are treating them. Right. Why can't the same money be given to private managements to run exclusively government owned but privately managed hospitals? I think the paradigm shift has to take place. Our politicians don't have a stomach for these kind of strategic shifts in management of this public service. They will have to wait until everybody in their voting constituency tells them that what they are doing is wrong. I'm afraid that isn't happening. Therefore, we need our health ministers across the country, our central health ministers, to create a policy shift of handing over poorly managed government hospitals to private managements based on norms of good quality service which can be measured, and based on norms of standard care, government payments made to the private managements to do X number of operations, X number of treatments of inpatients and outpatients.
All right, that is a formula for an ideal situation. A system rehaul is ideal, but for starters, maybe the employees of these government hospitals, the doctors, the ward boys should start doing their jobs the way they are supposed to be done. Dr. Sriram Khanna, thank you very much for joining us with your perspective.